Blog Talk Radio.
Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Hey, good afternoon. John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We got a great show in store for you. Hey, we were on our way up to Nashville last week, getting ready for the event that we're going to be doing on the 27th up in Nashville. And you can go to rockersinrecovery.com and click on the events tab. All the information is there. We'll be at the Hard Rock on the 27th. Check that out. Tonight we have a great guest with us. I just listened to some of his music. What an amazing singer-songwriter. His name is James Johnson. He's the musical director of JourneyPure at the River. We had the opportunity to stop by JourneyPure at the River on our way up to Nashville last Wednesday and Thursday. And what an amazing place. This program helps a lot of people, and they also have one on the Emerald Coast here. It's down in the Tallahassee area and the Panhandle. You can check that out by going to their website, and that's JourneyPureRiver.com. You can also give a call to them at 615-907-5928 for more information, but we are going to talk a little bit more about that later on. But I wanted to get on our friend Jamie and talk to him about some music and recovery. Jamie, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, John. Thanks for having me.
Hey, listen, we're honored to have you on the show. You've done a lot of stuff musically over the years. You're in recovery now for about 3, correct?
Yes, absolutely. 3 of the best years of my life, other than the real young years.
There you go. Well, let me ask you, what was it for you that, as a musician, I'm sure, before you got clean and got sober, what was it like for you as a musician?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a struggle anyway. What the folks see that are out there on the road, the fans, they see somebody pulling in a great big fancy bus. They see somebody that looks the part, gets to walk off the bus and all the attention that they get. They get to get up there and what appears to just get up and sing some songs for about an hour and get back on, sign some autographs and get back up on that big fancy bus and ride off into the sunset and go to the next destination. But what they don't see is the inside of that bus, the inside of your mind, the pressures, but I don't blame anything on the road. I don't blame anything on the music. Absolutely not. There's several folks out there that live in recovery and several folks that never had any problem at all with drinking. They had the time of their life. So I'm not downing the music and the road life at all, because there's a lot of way more positives than negatives. It's just it's no different than somebody who's addicted to alcohol or whatever it may be that they're addicted to at the house. So musical career was incredible. So many more blessings than negative things happened. I just unfortunately handled some things the wrong way.
Do you find that, through that process, now being in recovery, that going out on a road, so to speak, or, going and playing music, it has been beneficial to you emotionally and for your recovery?
Yes. I go to meetings no matter where I'm at. I know when I was in treatment, if I heard somebody else say go to a meeting, I was about to explode. But that has been what they call your training wheels, or on your bike to ride a little safer, to learn how to live again. In my meetings, I learned everything through them. I got closer spiritually. I got more physically fit, more spiritually fit. I'm just a better person, and I owe it, every bit of it, to recovery. And even on the road now, when I travel and do treatment centers and share my story of my experience, strength, and hope, I still hit the meetings. there's just something about it. I think there's a reason them old fellas that aren't even addicted to anything that go to, say, Hardee's in the morning and talk with each other. They probably think they're having a bad day and one of their old buddies has a worse day. They want them to, but it helps you sharpen your blade and just be a better person, and it takes you out of yourself and your problems on a daily basis. And on the road, people can do that too, and I love to share the music. And I'm one of them that doesn't have a problem with talking about it to anybody. I don't try and hide anything. That was one of my big problems that got me in the situation I was in, was hiding.
Do you believe that the singer-songwriter in you now helped you get through the process of healing?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. I left the actual road. I left the group that I was in. I was blessed to be in a group called the Grascals, a bluegrass country group. We were Dolly Parton's band. Traveled the road with Dierks Bentley, Hank Jr., Eric Church, the biggest concert venues you can imagine. So music was a big part of my life. We were fortunate to be nominated for 3 Grammy Awards and play the Grand Ole Opry. I counted them. Those guys, some people don't, but I did 167 times in 10 years, and all of that success, and that was in my blood and every part of my being. And to just quit the music, I changed my environment. I had to leave the Grascals when I got sober. It was just time. Not that we all love each other. I made my amends with them. They understood that it was something I needed to do in order to make this work properly for me at the time. I needed to find myself again. And so I left that stage part of it. So there was something I was afraid that was going to be missing. But however, you hit it right on the head. I stayed in the music, and I picked up my guitar, and instead of with 6 guys on stage, I became just me. I got more confident in my own playing, and I found a sense to write again recovery songs, not just recovery songs, but just more positive tunes. And I wanted to write again for once. I wasn't forced to do anything. I didn't have a record coming out. The expectations were not there for you to be perfect. I just wanted to be me again. I wanted to like me again. I wanted to love me again. And I found that in music again, just with a guitar and my own voice and the recovery program behind me.
Now, the whole Nashville scene, there's a huge recovery component to that, which is kind of cool, just being up there. And, there's other folks that we know in the area up there that are in recovery. And so that whole Nashville scene and other people that are, doing music and are in recovery, it kind of makes it like a huge family component for you too. So, you're not alone in your own musical mind, so to speak.
Absolutely not. With all of the friends that I've had that have been down the same path, but I know others that aren't in the music business as well that suffer from it, of course. But the music community is kind of like a small town. We all know each other. It might be a great big old world out there, but you come back to Nashville, we all have the same circle of friends somehow, and we intertwine. And but programs like the Music Cares, meetings, you walk into meetings, you never know who you're going to see. And they're usually for music, and we all recognize. And it's awesome that a program can be there for you to utilize, because not only has it kept me sober, which is the ultimate goal from the beginning, is just to stay sober, because nothing else is going to work or fix or heal if you can't stay sober, and that helps you do that. And it helps you help your brother in music. And what it does, in my opinion, it just makes us all better people. I know I'm a whole lot better person than I ever was before everything started to fall. I smell better. Of course, I take showers now, right? But I can. What I'm saying is my sense of smell is better. My taste buds are better. I'm just sharper. I hear better. I see clearer. It's like, my grand sponsor says, it's like wearing 3D glasses. Everything, the little things are the big things. You just appreciate the little things so much more than I ever did before.
Going on that, it's the Music Cares thing. You brought it up earlier. Music Cares actually helped you get into treatment. Is that correct?
Yes, they did. It says it right there. They care. My insurance had run out, and when I made that phone call, when somebody's ready like that, I know so many people that have been ready and didn't have the chance to get in somewhere, and I'm one of the ones that was gifted with this program. They got me into treatment, got me into a safe place, and I've called them on several occasions just to hear her voice again, the young lady that approved my admittance into getting there, and that they would take care of me, take care of my part of the bill, so that part wasn't weighing heavy on my mind. I could just focus on my recovery, and I owe that to Music Cares. I owe my recovery to a lot of different steps that took place, but had they not approved it and I had not gotten that door, I'm not sure what would have happened to Jamie Johnson. Wow. So I'm indebted to them, and so thankful for the program.
Music Cares,
and I'm one
of
the few lucky ones. I succeeded so far.
It's a beautiful thing. By the grace of God, one day at a time. You can
Amen.
check out. It's Grammy. It's www.grammy.com/musiccares/programs. And Music Cares has been around a long time, helping a lot of people. And when we do this show at the end of the month up in Nashville, we're going to be doing $20 suggested donation at the door, $20. And all of those proceeds go to Music Cares to support their efforts. One of the cool parts about this story is now you've gone through this whole process, and you're now the musical director the musical program at JourneyPure at the River. And through that process, you get to now help people kind of put their feelings down on paper and turn them into music, correct?
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing concept. Very simple, because music heals, in my opinion, period, anyway. It's just, I don't know, some of my fondest memories. I can hear a song on the radio and take me back to riding a bicycle, or my first girlfriend, or the first dance, or the football game on Friday night. Music just does that, and it's in your soul, and it moves you. And what I do, I call it my reverse country song, where you get all your stuff back. I go in there with the guys that are in the clients, the patients in treatment, and I let them know that I was right in the same seats they were just a few years ago, and I get what they're feeling. So, and I get that some things are repetitive, but what we're going to do today is how I explain it. And literally, we just did it today. We just wrote a couple songs today. We choose from 3 sections of recovery words. One being your past. We start off the beginning of the song a little bit dark, where we were. How did we get here, basically? The lonely words, the alones, the brokens, the lies, the highs, not being high as in a spiritual high, the highs. And then we do, our middle section is action words. How are we going to get out of that dark place? You got to take action, and you use recovery words doing that. And it doesn't have to be a recovery word. I just tell them to shoot something from your heart. What are you thinking? How can we get out of here? And they give me some of those. One would be getting help, listen, forgiveness, the different things like that you do to work on yourself. And then the last section is the good part. Where do we want to be when we're walking out? And we got some treatment under our belt, some days, 30 days, whatever, 60 days of sobriety. Where do we want to be when we're a healthy me again? And a lot of them say, I just want to be okay. I don't want to be the millionaire or anything like that. I just want to be okay. I want to be loved. I want to be trusted. I want to be forgiven in time. I want to be patient. And it's a pretty amazing how we form the tunes, and it gives them a little self-confidence, little sense of accomplishment, and they get to take them home with them. And hopefully someday down the road, they'll be driving down the road and they can plug in that song that we did together, and they can look back and remember with a smile and know that they made it. And hopefully that'll just be a small part of their recovery.
I love it, man. Great stuff. And through that same process that you're now doing with them, you wrote a song called Ready to Love Me Again. So let us know what that process was for you. Ready to Love Me Again is, states itself, but what was it for you that got you to that point?
Well, I'll never forget having zero muscle tone left in my legs. I would go on binges of weeks at a time of no communication with anybody. My family had left me. My wife left me with my son, and rightly so. At the time, of course, everybody was wrong with me, right? However, I was laying in a bed with the blinds drawn. Every second I could raise my head or my hand, I was taking another drink to fall back over and feel sorry for myself. And it got to where 14 trips my last year in alcoholism, 14 trips to the emergency room.
Wow.
I had a pretty thick head, I guess, pretty thick skull. Nobody in the program giving up on me, but yet they took a pause back and check in on me here and there. And I had to crawl to the bathroom because I had no muscle tone in my legs. I kept falling so much. I got in there, and after spending some time in the restroom, not using the restroom, I was vomiting. And I know that's graphic, and I apologize for that, but it's real. I was a sick man, very sick. And I finally turned the light on. I hadn't turned the light on so long. I just looked at myself in the mirror and wanted to see what I looked like. And I'm Native American, and I'm supposed to be a tan color, and that was gone. It was yellow. And I knew I was sick, and I literally looked at myself, talking to God at the same time and myself, and I said, I know you're in there. I know you're in there. I know you've got a good heart. I know you love your little boy. I know you love your mom and dad and your family and your wife. And if you can find a way to like yourself, I think maybe this time you can find a way to love yourself in a non-selfish way without the ego. And just love yourself for being you, for the good person that you are. And I asked God if he would help me do that. I said, I'm ready. And I don't remember a whole lot of things in that moment in my life, but I remember that, being ready. And they say they have their moments. Bill says it. Other people say how they have their moments of that knowing something happened, and I knew it. I got on the phone. I called my sponsor. We had trouble getting me in. I called my grand sponsor, who called Music Cares. They got me on a plane that day. And when I got there, I felt like I loved myself again. It happened right then and there. I just forgave myself and said the only way to do it is start from here. There's a reason the windshield's a whole lot bigger than the rearview mirror. And follow the path. And it's worked one day at a time, living in the moment. And there's no rush for anything. Just enjoy it. So I taste it every day. I love it. I love being new to sobriety because this means I'm still young. I'm still learning, and I'm still growing. And I get to plant this seed into my son, and who's now 9. I'm one of the lucky ones. My wife picked me up from treatment. We had been separated for 15 months trying to get divorced. And for whatever reason, God had different plans, and now thanks to JourneyPure, who trusted me to be with these guys. I was a guy who wasn't even trusted by the judge to drive my son around, even to school. I was a pretty responsible guy at one time, but I lost all of that, all of them rights. I couldn't watch my son alone, and rightly so. It wasn't fair at the time, but it was needed to be done. And now JourneyPure trusts me to go share my story with these guys on a daily basis and write songs and help them on their journey back to themselves again. And hopefully they can love themselves again someday.
Amazing stuff. What a great story of inspiration. You can check out Jamie at JourneyPure@theriver.com. You can also call 615-907-5928 and talk to him directly if you have some questions for him. Again, that's 615-907-5928. And, Jamie, we're going to play Ready to Love Me Again. Great song. I listened to it this morning several times. Lori and I love it. And we're going to be playing that on the way out. And kind of sums up your whole story. So we
it sure does.
We appreciate you being on the air. We look forward to meeting you a week from Saturday up to Hard Rock in Nashville. And God bless you for all you're doing and all the people that you're helping, brother.
Thank you. It helps me. I promise you that. Thank you.
I'll look forward to meeting you.
All right. I'll see you there.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Here you go. What a human being. Beautiful, beautiful person. Let's check out Ready to Love Me Again. Of course, this is a Jamie song written by Jamie. Ready to Love Me Again. It's unbelievable. I listened to it this morning. You'll love it.
Try to lie to the man in the mirror. What I see couldn't be any clearer. I can't deny it's all black and white. I'm the only one I can blame, and I'm the only one I can change. I'm on my knees. Lord, help me, please. I'm ready to love me again. I'm ready to jump back in. I'm ready to laugh, I'm ready to cry, ready to fly. I'm ready to face my sins, I'm ready to make amends, find comfort in my own skin. I'm ready to love me again. Took me a while to get where I am, on my way to a place where I can leave this hell and forgive myself. I'm ready to love me again. I'm ready to jump back in. I'm ready to laugh, ready to cry, ready to fly. I'm ready to face my sins, ready to make amends, find comfort in my own skin. I'm ready to love me again. I'm ready to love me. I'm just a troubled soul, willing to let God and just let go. And I'm ready to love me again, ready to jump back in. I'm ready to laugh, ready to cry, I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to face my sins, I'm ready to make amends, find comfort in my own skin. I'm ready to love me again.
Rockers in Recovery Radio is based on opinion only and is not meant to treat or diagnose any health or mental health issue of any kind. If you feel you need help for any health-related issues, please contact a physician or mental health professional. The opinions expressed by our guests are not necessarily those of Rockers in Recovery.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
See care in a new light at Madonna Rehabilitation Hospitals, where top medical minds lift you up, where the very best in specialized rehabilitation brings out your very best, where over 60 years of breakthroughs in research and technology spark your newfound strength. In our world-class hospitals, this is something greater than rehabilitation. It's renewed strength for life. Learn more at MadonnaRehab.org.